Hello, and welcome back to a Lego Brick in the Wall. Hi, Hatter. Hey, you in front. Very funny. It's totally distracting. I'm starting my show when I see this. Hey, you in front. Okay. Welcome back to a Lego Brick in the Wall. Brick in a Ball? Brick in a Wall here on Twitch on New Toy Robot. My name is Michael Jason Francis. Hello, Dahlia Love. Welcome back. Do I seem fuzzy? Do I seem out of focus? I'm looking and it seems a little out of focus over here. So I'm still building this Mustang. Yes, I'm out of focus. Okay, great. That is awesome. Okay, come on. Let's get some focus going here. And there's some revving engines in the background, which is perfect for this car. Not sure why this is out of focus. I thought it was my eyes. Honestly, Hatter, I thought it was my eyes too. I was like looking, going like, is there something wrong with this? So I don't know why it's jumping back and forth out of focus. Elizabeth, hi. Welcome everybody. Welcome everyone to the show. Still building this Mustang. Tonight I will be going through the rest of bag 2, part 2 of bag 2, because there's 2 bag 2s. There's 2 of every number. So I'll be going through that. Also, maybe we'll see if I make it to bag 3. Who knows? But one thing that's very cool is I finally found a display case for my really big Millennium Falcon Lego set that I built last year, beginning of this year when I finished it. I don't remember. Currently, it's just been literally like hanging out here next to me. The cat walks on it. I bump into it. It's collecting dust, and I've been trying to find a display case for it. I mean, it's huge. It's big. And I finally found a display case for it from a place in England called Pure Display Limited. They strictly make displays for Lego sets. And there's other places like Wicked Bricks, there's different things, but nothing was on the magnitude scale that I needed for this Lego set. And I found it. It was reasonably priced. We'll see how it travels over. I know I'm going to have to build it when I get it. I know it's to be disassembled, but disassembled, I just watched Short Circuit. I know I'll have to build it once it gets here, but I'm hoping everything travels very well. It travels well, and yeah. Anyway, so I'm excited. I'm going to have it. I'll have it displayed. I'll get it off this desk and move it somewhere else. It's just here. Let me show you. Here. So there's my Lego set, but if you pan it over here, there's the Millennium Falcon. It's just been living here. I don't know why I felt like this was the safest spot. And if you look at behind that is Qui-Gon Jinn's crotch, I guess. Because I have a really big Qui-Gon Jinn cardboard display that you probably all didn't need to see, but there it is. Yeah, that's just how I roll. Anyway, welcome back to the show. Let me show you what I have so far. So I've built this much. Here, this is the front. I'm assuming this is the front over here. I'm assuming this is the front. If you look closely up here, I got a little gear shift. Look at this. There's a little gear shift. I'm assuming this is the steering wheel. And then back here, apparently it's going to raise the back of the car. So there's this here. So the back of the car gets raised up or something like that. Yeah, ooh, fancy England. So, right? I couldn't find anywhere else to do it. Like there was places out here that makes like serious custom like acrylic cases for, not for Legos, but for like the rest of the world. And I was just like, I can't, that's so expensive. This is crazy. So England actually makes one for a Lego set. So yay, super fancy. So let's get to the show. So I'm on page 62 on step number 82. Interesting how that works. Like I said, I showed you, it's got the little gear shift like that. And then this is the steering wheel, the steering column, I guess. So this is what I have so far. And then the front, I think, of the car. Maybe the license plate goes here. I'm not sure. So I'm going to continue on building that. But one of the things I want to talk about during this is I want to hear your craziest car stories. Like just crazy, wacky, like, oh my God, can't believe this happened, and it was in a car. So throw it in the chat. Let me know what your craziest car story is. Of course, we'll share some as well. I'm just going to start building. I It was funny. I was kind of going by because I've mentioned this before. I didn't get my license till I was 21. I've learned how to drive when I was 13, but I didn't get my license till I was 21. I'm old now, so it doesn't mean as much as it did back then. Before I was like, yeah, I'm 26. I just got my license when I was 22. I've only been driving for this long, so it doesn't really count. 21, not 22. So that doesn't really count. Especially if you say it now, it's like still it's been like 20 years since I've had my license, so it doesn't have the same effect. But if you've been someone who's been driving since you're 16 and you're my age, that's a lot. If you're watching right now and you haven't followed New Toy Robot on Twitch, please follow New Toy Robot on Twitch. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so I got these two pieces. I got this. Let's see here. Okay. And that just covers right over that. Nice. So I was thinking of, I was trying to go into some like chronological order of my crazy car stories. I remember it was funny, like when you think back of all the different cars you've been in because of what your parents owned. The first car I think I was ever in, oh, here we go. It's like Autopia at Disneyland. Before you had a license, it was awesome. After you got your license, it felt like work. That is, yeah, exactly. Remember when you were a kid? Yeah, like, totally, with Autopia. When you started, it's funny. Yeah, once you started driving, you got your license, that ride just didn't really, like, it just didn't work for you anymore. Mr. Toads, I'm still all about it. I want to ride. I want to pretend to drive on that. But yeah, Autopia, once you drove for like 2 hours trying to get to Disneyland, the last thing you want to do is wait in line to drive again, I guess. Oh, God. Perfect 360 spin while stopping at a red light during a storm. Hatter, are you serious? Oh God, okay. Let's. I guess you could have That sounds terrifying. I was going for a little more wacky, but you know what? I guess you can throw in the terrifying stuff too. Yikes! Wow, in the Chevette. Wow, that car was a tank, so that must have been an interesting feel of that centrifugal force as you were in that weighted car. My father had 1974, I think, Volkswagen van. He had a Volkswagen van, so I think that was like the very first car I was ever in. There was that, and then they had a Fiesta, which was, if you know what a Fiesta is, it's a pretty tiny. It's like the aluminum tiny version of a Chevette, I think, is the best way to put it. Feel free to look up all these cars. I don't have any pictures. But I remember there was one point in my life, flipped my car upside down, and got trapped. That wasn't my funniest moment, but one of the wildest. Oh my God, Elizabeth. Okay, sure. You know what? Anything that comes to mind that you want to talk about that happened with your car. Yeah, Dahlia Love, you win. Yeah, 100%. Elizabeth, you win on that one. Anything that comes to mind, instead of just wackiest moments or funniest moments, just if you want to just throw out whatever you got, throw out whatever you got. What I'm going to say now seems so, yeah, do I win a Lego set? You totally do. You totally do. Wow. So my car story sounds so tame compared to this. So growing up, my mom, when I was younger, my mom was a hairdresser. But like a hairdresser, like she would cut like MacGyver's hair, which I can't remember his name, but MacGyver from the 80s, not the current MacGyver. What's his name? Richard Dean Anderson? Is that his name? I can't remember. Anyways, would do like MacGyver's hair and stuff like that. So she had to get, yes, okay, Richard Dean Anderson. So she had to have a car to match her Hollywood hairdressing thing. I'm not sure. So at some point she got a Corvette. It was a used Corvette. It was owned by one of the Commodores. a band in the 80s, owned by one of the Commodores. And it was like all souped up and it had all these like extra spoilers and all this fun stuff. It was black. Funny story though. So my mom had two sons, me and my brother. So this was her only car now. So this was her only car now, which meant, now remember, we all have stories of sitting in the back of a pickup truck without seatbelts, just rolling around in the back while someone's driving. So funny fact is, between my brother and I, we'd have to take turns sitting. So one would get the seat with the seatbelt, and the other person would sit in between the seats on what was the glove compartment, and we'd have to sit. We'd take turns sitting there, and my mom would just be on the freeway driving us to In-N-Out or somewhere. So maybe she just thought like, hey, I have two kids, so if I lose one, I don't. I have no idea. My mom's gonna watch this, and I'm gonna get a phone call. Yes, my mom watches the show, but yeah, we would just kind of sit. Like, it's funny how parents were back in the 80s, because like I remember wearing seatbelts, and it was good during certain times. But like things like that, parents, I think it was thought their kids were more sturdier back in the day than they are now. I would never, I could imagine having my kid just sitting aimlessly, not even on a seat in the car. But, parents would do that kind of thing. So that's my first story of something crazy that I remember. But after Hatter and especially Elizabeth, it doesn't even compare. I'm just gonna build. But yeah, look, if you saw my little social media post, this is I think it's a 68. Hold on real quick. They usually say on the bottom of these. Yeah, this is a 68 Shelby Mustang. So this is kind of what this is gonna eventually look like, except it'll be made out of Legos and bigger. But this is the kind of fastback thing of a Mustang. So it's funny because the Mustang that I'm building, the body is white and the racing stripes are blue. This one, the body's white and the racing stripes are blue. Did I say that right? The body's blue on what I'm building with white racing stripes. This one's white with blue racing stripes. Anyways, this is a little tiny version of what I'm building. I forgot I had it. I thought I'd bring it out. Yeah, you know what? It was funny. Originally, I was going to come up with some type of trivia questions about, Mustangs and different Hollywood movies. We had like Gone in 60 Seconds, which was, I think there was two versions of that. There was a Nicolas Cage one, and then there was the one from the 70s. I think there was a Gone in 60 Seconds in the 70s. And then Bullet with Steve McQueen. But those are the only two movies that Mustangs have been in. So I was like, you know what? Forget this trivia thing. Plus, this set's actually kind of complicated. And the last thing I want to do is start messing up, because I mess up when I talk, and I mess up even more when I'm doing trivia. So I guess I had to put a little more focus on this. And then I was thinking like, oh, well, maybe just Hollywood picture cars, the Ghostbusters car, DeLorean, all that fun stuff. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see. There's about 8 more bags of this, so there'll be more shows. I try to at least get a couple bags done when not on camera. I almost thought about like building Lego sets at 3 a.m. and the craziness that happens. But one, I'm usually asleep at 3 a.m. And two, I don't want to mess with that crazy witchcraft stuff, which isn't that, because apparently that's the witching hour. Growing up, I thought the witching hour was 12 a.m. But apparently it's 3 a.m. Only because of all those crazy YouTube shows that say baking a cake at 3 a.m. or blah, 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 going for a run at 3 a.m. Well, that seems like a bad idea. That involves something else other than scary ghosts. But apparently 3 a.m. is the witching hour. But like I said, I thought midnight was. So there. Okay, so do I have my pieces? Okay, I got my pieces. Okay. Happy Wednesday night, everybody. I refuse to say happy hump day. I can't, because then that commercial with the camel walking around going hump day, hump day. Funnier story. My tram official audition was picture cars. There you go. Nice. Always liked that part. It's weird not having the DeLorean there anymore with all the other picture cars, because They restored their DeLorean, and now I believe it's at the Peterson Automotive Museum. But yeah, there's no DeLorean there anymore. You just have a couple of the other Back to the Future cars, which they are cool, but I missed the DeLorean being there. Okay, so this is going here. Wait, where? Yeah. Okay. And then, what's everybody's favorite picture car? Like, you can have a couple of them, but what's your like favorite picture car from a movie? I mean, I think my first, I know it sounds weird because I like all the sci-fi other kind of things, but I think my first favorite picture car was Smokey and the Bandit. Uh, Burt Reynolds, that Trans Am. Um, I think that was my very first, like, this is the coolest car ever. Dahlia loved Blues Brothers car. Very cool. I love that car. Um, that you don't see that at Universal Studios anymore too. That kind of got put away. They put the original one away, and then they had the one from Blues Brothers 2000, and then it kind of came back, and then it just disappeared. I love that. It was so cool. That was I love about Universal Studios is they'll keep props on property and attach to something. Like for the longest time with Jaws, the Orca, the boat that Roy Scheider and Richard Dreyfuss and I just blanked on his name, the guy that played Quint. That boat was actually part of the Jaws, part of the tram tour for Jaws. It was just kind of hanging over there off to the side until one day when Universal's like, well, we should just get rid of it, and destroyed it. Uh, Universal. Okay, so wait, did I? Where? Oh, okay, cool. This is gonna go here and here. I always liked the Ecto One. When I was a kid, I used to want to make an Ecto One, like an Ecto One, like go kart. You know, something that I could like ride around the neighborhood. And it's funny too. I remember thinking like everyone would think I was so cool if I had this like go-kart version of the Ecto One riding around, you know, and my friends could get in it and stuff. Ecto One DeLorean, Magnum's Ferrari had her. I actually saw one over on Hauser. Somebody had it. They had Magnum PI's like Ferrari. It was just like parked on the street. It was the weirdest thing to see. I had no idea about. I had no idea about until that was the boat. Yeah, I remember seeing it on the tram tour too, Dahlia Love, and yeah, it was just destroyed. Well, so back when I worked on the Universal lot, the trailers I worked at, they had all the boats, the smaller boats from Jaws 2. So Tina's Joy, if you watch Jaws 2, Tina's Joy, I used to be like right next to my office. Outside on the trailer, just left outside, and then one day they were all gone. Most likely, probably just destroyed. But you know, Tina's Joy. What did I? Okay, and I need these. But yeah, it was weird to see Magnum PI's Ferrari. That like, like the Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit, Magnum PI's Ferrari is very dated. It just screams the 80s. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming this is the trunk over here. Did I do all those pieces? Yes, I did. Okay. But like weird things too. It's so funny. So I really like the A-Team van, and I remember Universal on the tram tour. So Universal, way back in the day, you would go on your tram tour, and it would stop at God, what was it called? The Hollywood patio, Hollywood. Man, what was that called? Anyways, it was another stop. It was behind. It would park way behind where the bridge would collapse. It was up a little bit higher, and the tram would stop there. You would get out, and they had the A-Team van there, and you could lift it up. I actually have pictures of myself lifting up the A-Team van. You were able to lift it up. It was like on hydraulics, so little kids could lift it up. They had like a giant telephone and a giant shopping cart from Lily Tomlin's movie. Yeah, the giant telephone. The giant chair and table from Lily Tomlin's The Incredible Shrinking Woman. That's what it was. God, what was it called? The Hollywood. Oh God. I'm trying to remember the name of that stop. It was oh, it's driving me crazy. If anyone can remember it or look it up right now, it was an actual stop on the tour. You're able to get out. There was a place you can buy food, and it was called like the Hollywood. Man, I don't I can't remember. But the A-Team van was up there, and you could like lift it up. It was so cool. Um, was there any other? Was there any cool cars in Miami Vice? I don't remember if there was. Um, I can't remember if there's anything cool in Miami Vice. I just remember the Miami Vice stunt show at Universal. That was cool. I got cat hair on my model. Hold on my model, on my Lego set. There we go. That's the fun thing about building Legos when you have a car, when you have a cat, have a car. Now you love Kit car. Yes. How could I not? How could I not bring that up? Yes, the Kit car from Knight Rider. Hollywood Terrace. Yes, that's it. Love. Thank you. The Hollywood Terrace. That's what it was. Um, but yeah, the car from Knight Rider, that was really cool. The cars when they kept bringing Knight Rider back, those cars weren't as cool. I think there was even one was a Mustang. Oh, and I think they would have it with the picture cars. Elizabeth was the kit car from like the 2000 Knight Rider 2000 or something like that. Wasn't there a Mustang there, Elizabeth? You had to do the picture car thing. At least I don't know if it was still there, but they used to be. Um, ooh, are we? I think we're starting to build the engine now. Ooh, is that what's happening right now? Um, yeah, okay, it was there. Yeah, it was like a Mustang, and it looked really like plastic. I mean, look, to be fair, Mustangs for a while were all plastic, like from the 90s on. The new Mustangs, they don't look as bad for the last couple years, but the 90s Mustangs, oof. Okay. The show was a big Ford commercial. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Um, because I think the original kit car was a Trans Am. Yeah, I think it was a Trans Am. What I was remembering about Kit is that David Hasselhoff, his character, um, they gave him a new face. Um, something happened, and they gave him a new face and a new identity. That's how like the show started off. So weird. It was cool. It was such a cool car. It had that turbo boost. Um, But yeah, Universal Studios used to be able to go and sit down. Inside, you would sit in the car, and the car would talk back to you. You can ask it questions and stuff like that. That was cool. You got Universal had a lot of really cool cars, and of course the Fast and the Furious cars. And I have to say, I'm actually kind of excited about the new one. They've gone way past whatever they were supposed to be, and now they just seem like crazy little fun 80s action movies. Like like the crazy stuff that happens, like driving cars, jumping from one tower of a building to another, and like impossible stuff. It's crazy. Oh wait, is there a sticker involved? Wait a minute. Wait, am I supposed to be putting a sticker on? Because the kit car was the first one the guests see. He's talked up. Say from the reboot. Oh no, the reboot. It's funny when they redid like Gone in 60 Seconds or The Thing back in the 80s, they never said reboot. They just actually most of the time when these movies came out, I didn't realize there was one prior to it. But reboot drives me crazy, that word. Okay, apparently there are stickers involved, and I need. Yeah, it looks like I'm building the engine. This is super cool. I need to find what I did with the stickers. Oh God, the voice of Kit went on to be Mr. Feeney in Boy Meets World. That was him. I found the stickers. Oh my God, that's crazy. Wow. I, you know what? I never put that together. That was him. That's nuts. Okay, so this is a sticker that says "Power by Ford." I guess that's what it actually says on the engine. So I'm going to put a "Power by Ford" sticker here and try not to mess it up. You're getting like really down and into the kit when you're putting stickers on. Okay, powered by Ford. Another funny little thing about car when I was growing up. Um, my uncle, he would restore Mustangs and stuff like that. But I always remember being at like family get-togethers or Fourth of July's, and all my uncles and cousins would make jokes. And the joke for Ford was Ford meant found on road dead. That's what the FORD, found on road dead. So Elizabeth Wait, the guy I watched in Boy Meets World, was the voice of Kit. There you go. Hatter, there you go. You spread it. You spread out that knowledge. So I got this, which is going to go on to. Ooh, I need to add some pieces. Uh, but yeah, found on road dead. Oh, Value Love Fix or Repair Daily. So Ford doesn't have the greatest track record apparently. Okay, so this is gonna. Wait, what? Am I doing this right? This is going here. This is going here. Okay. And then that goes here. Yeah, I'm making like a little engine. Super cool. There we go. Okay, so there's one part of the engine. Ooh, look at this. This is cool. Let's see if I can show this. It's a little Mustang symbol on this little tiny piece that apparently is going to go on the engine. There we go. And my parents did at one point. I remember we had like one of those 80s Mustangs. It was like maroon. It was a maroon colored Mustang. My parents had after like the Ford Fiesta and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember it being a maroon color. It looked like it did. I don't think it had like a V8 engine or anything like that. If you remember what a Mustang looked like from the 80s, except for the 5.0 Mustangs that were all souped up, that they looked very 80s. It was an interesting shape. I guess the best way to put it. And I remember driving home from Lake Tahoe. We had just spent some time riding around in a boat, and then we were taking the crazy mountain road, the curvy mountain road home, and I threw up all over the backseat of the car. So there you go. There's a fun little tidbit. Oh God! Looking back at now, it's like I'm surprised. I'm surprised my parents didn't like leave me on the side of the road after that. Oh gosh, because that just got all in the nooks and crannies of the back seat. Okay, so where's that? Okay, there we go. I'm putting the other part of the engine together. Right? Am I doing this right? Yeah. See, look. There you go. It's got the little powered by Ford and some cat hair stuck into it. I'm telling you, building Legos or models when you have a cat, because at some point the cat's going to be around your stuff and it just gets stuck everywhere. Okay, so I'm putting this here. Okay, so there is that. So there's part of, I'm assuming that looks like part of the engine, yeah? Looks like we got some engine action going here. There we go. Okay, now I'm over on this side. I want to at least get these pieces done and out of here. Need this and this. Okay, so oh wait, hold on. I'm forgetting things. And my pieces. Blow off the cat hair. This is gonna go like so. Yes. Okay. I should be building over here so you can see what I'm building instead of me hiding over here. Okay. Cat hair. There we go. And I just opened these pieces today. It's not like these pieces have just been laying on my desk here for the cat to lay on them. This was just today. And yeah, she was like, this looks comfortable. I'm going to lay on some Lego pieces. Cats, man, will lay on some strange things. You step on one of these Lego pieces, you want to die. But for some reason, my cat's like, I'm going to sleep on these. This feels good. This feels like a good idea. Okay, what's over here? Do you remember when you drive around in your parents' car and you know spend most of your time in your parents' car driving around, and you're thinking, when I turn 16, this is a car I'm going to drive, um, and you just assumed that your parents were going to give the car to you when you turned 16. You always watch those shows or movies and stuff like that where things like that actually happen. Um, for me, there was a couple times. Well, for one, it was the Volkswagen van that I told you about that my dad had when I was turning. Well, I think I was 14. I turned 14, and you know, I just would look at it going like, I'm eventually going to be driving this, and I made my peace with that. I was happy with it. I thought a cool thing they could do with it, and then he sold it to the neighbor's kid who turned 16. So you know, that was kind of disappointing. And then my mom, I remember having, I think it was a Thunderbird, a Ford Thunderbird, but not a cool one. Yeah, ooh, bird, exactly. Not my car was my grandmother's. Oh, the Chevette was your grandmother's car. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh, that's crazy. Remember, Hatter, when we labeled everything in your car? You had a label maker. We labeled everything: bat steering wheel, bat radio, bat knob, bat golf glove compartment. That was fun. Um, my mom had a Ford Thunderbird from, it was like an 89. I think it was like an 89 Ford Thunderbird. It wasn't like, you know, the coolest thing in the world. I remember thinking, I'm going to get that. That's going to be mine when I turn 16. And then she sold that also. I remember thinking I was going to sabotage it too. I was going to like mess with the wires. So whoever was going to buy it was going to be like, I can't buy this. You should just give this to your kid. It's a piece of junk. But I didn't, you know. But maybe that's why I ended up not getting my license. No, I didn't really need to drive anywhere. But that might have been why I never got my. I was probably just bitter that I wasn't going to have a car that I thought was going to be given to me. So good times. Okay, so there's that. Oh, there's like little pipey things. So I'm going to be doing something with this now. These are going to be connected to the engine, I'm assuming. So cool engine parts. I'm going to need 2 of these. Okay. Wait, how's this going to go? Okay. That's going to attach to this. Like so. Okay, and then what? And then this one's going to attach to the top like that. Okay, that seems easy enough. Okay. Seems awfully twisty. Did I do something wrong here? Let's see. Let's try it like this. There we go, less twisty. There we go. Okay, so this is just going to go here. Oh, wait, what am I doing wrong? Okay, that's going to go like this. And then go over the top here, like that. So, there we go. That goes like, nope, did that wrong. Hold on. Nope, I messed up. So this is going to go like this. Then that goes here. Okay, there we go. So that's going to go like that. I don't know what this it's an engine handle. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I just put together here. Flipping the page. Now I need 2 of these. Okay. Okay, so growing up, which one of your friends had the coolest car? Clearly, Hatter was my friend with the coolest car because he had the Chevette. But what friend did you have? You don't have to give their name, but let me know what car they had. And you were like, they had the coolest car. I remember one of my friends had like a 1970 Volvo. I remember it got hit by a bus while we were all in it. I made it sound worse than it was. We were just here waiting for the light to change, and a bus came by and sideswiped it. and it just kind of shook. That was the first time I ever got hit by a bus, so that was cool. But yeah, it was like a 71 Volvo, and yeah, that thing was also like a tank. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this is gonna go. Oh, that makes a little more sense. Look, I pushed this down into here. Now these wires are no longer like a little handle. Okay, there's a whole page here on just snapping these into there. So yay, the first time. I'll leave the other stories about my bus incidents for another show. You know, you live in LA, you get hit by a bus a couple times. That's how it is. Okay. And this. Oh, cool. So, oh, wait, what? Oh, these are going here. No cool cars in my group of friends. Oh. Two girls in high school had classic Mustangs. What? Really? That's crazy. Okay. Classic Mustang. High school kids with classic Mustangs. Whew, that's crazy. Um, okay, there's that. Okay, now wait. Where do I put these? Oh, that goes here. Dahlia love no cool cars with your friends. I thought someone was cool for driving a RAV4 because it was. Oh, Elizabeth, that's hilarious. Because it was 2000 and I had to drive a van. Okay, there you go. That just makes me think of you're living in a van down by the river. Oh man. Yeah, I had my friend. It was perfect. Vans were perfect because it was a perfect for ditching school in because you could get as many friends as you can into the van. Like I said, I had my friend and she had a minivan and we would just load up and we would go to Venice Beach. That was like how we would spend our days ditching school. I'm not advocating that you should be ditching school. Not that kids are watching this, but I'm just saying that's what we would do. You know. Plus, I was part of the LA school system during the early '90s. You know, during high school. So you know, it was probably better that I wasn't at school. Okay, so I need two of these. And one of these. Just gathering my pieces together because looks like a lot of things are happening right here on the spot. And one of these. Okay. No, wait. Forgot something. Or did I? Nope, I have it. I have it. Nope, we're all good. Okay. There has been like 3 times in my life where I've been on the same road as the Ecto One. I don't know if they were just recreations or whatever, but one time I was on my way I think I was driving in the valley on the freeway, on the 101 freeway, and an Ecto One was just cruising alongside me, and the guy was actually wearing a Ghostbusters jumpsuit, so that was crazy. And this was way past Ghostbusters 2, so can't really think of if they're promoting anything. But the Ecto One was driving by, and then one time, where was I? Oh wait, that was a comic. That was at Comic Con. It was when it was parked. But recently, like as of like a month ago, I was driving by the Hollywood Bowl, and right next to me was a parked Ecto One. So how crazy is that? It would be cool to see. Oh, hold on. Wait, where's this going to go? Hold on. Sorry, I got. Oh, there we go. Is that right? Oh, yeah, that just goes there. That seems odd, but that's where it goes. I always wanted. I thought I've never seen. I'm trying to think about the Batmobile. I've only seen it at George Barris's place. George Barris, who created the Batmobile, he has a shop over on Riverside Drive, in like Toluca Lake, and you can see the Batmobile in there. But I'm trying to think of any other picture cars. that I've ever seen like driving on the road. I've seen like DeLoreans, but not all decked out as Back to Future cars. Oh wait, I forgot a sticker. Oh, that's the radio. This is the, hold on. Look, 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 look. There's a little radio sticker. I jumped ahead. I didn't put the sticker on first. I'm gonna have to take that off. Hold on, let me take this off. There we go. Oh, Herbie cars are everywhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen a Herbie. Herbie, if you don't know what that is, Herbie the Love Bug. It's like a 69 Volkswagen Bug. 69, I think, maybe. Volkswagen Bug. And, you know, there's Herbie fully loaded with Lindsay Lohan and I think Bruce Campbell. If you want to see a little more of a modern version of Herbie. But I think it was still the same kind of car. Yay, look at that. It's a little radio. Oh, adorable. Okay, put that on. Nothing like building a muscle car and saying adorable. But that's what it is. Here we go. I saw 501st Legion car in Valencia. What's a 501st Legion car? Please tell me it doesn't have like a little C-3PO, not like an R2-D2 just stuck on the hood or something. Okay, so that's connected to there. That's there. Oh, Clone Troopers is a car? Pretty much with a little, okay. Yeah, I love Star Wars. I used to have a little Yoda on my dashboard. I think it was a Yoda from Taco Bell. But I'd never like deck my car out like Star Wars, like have it like look like a rebel fighter or anything like that. I don't think I'd do that. I won't do that. Like charity reenactors. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Kind of like the Santa Claus Mall shows up in like some car that has a couple reindeer on front of it. I get you. So here's this. Okay, and I need 4 of these. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm building here now. When I saw charity reenactors, I thought you wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't know why. That would be a crazy car. I remember seeing that car, and that was cool. If you never saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang with Dick Van Dyke, it was a car, and it had wings. It would fly. It would be a boat. It was pretty cool. There we go. While I was reoccurring on Rosewood, I found myself behind an ambulance that looked normal, except it was East Miami Beach. Hey, I'm on that's East Miami Beach. That was a show. That's funny. Here's this. Oh wait, did I make a mistake? There's that. Okay. Last question of the night. What's the coolest car you've ever been in? Coolest car you've ever been in. Some legally. I don't want to know anything about that illegal stuff. The coolest car you've ever been in legally. Okay. Oh, it's called Rosewood. Oh, okay. Call East Miami. Oh, okay. That's funny. Gotcha. Hollywood and their trickery. I think the coolest car I ever was in, I got to be in like an old vintage, like, was it I think it was like a flat V8. Maybe it wasn't a flat V8, but it was an old car from like the 1920s. That was really cool. Very uncomfortable driving down Hollywood Boulevard in that. Every little bump you felt, not much of a suspension system in the 1920s or 30s. That was pretty cool. But I think it was oh, you got to sit in a McLaren at the LA Auto Show? Isn't that like a $2 million car? That's insane. Did you have to sign a waiver to get in that thing? Okay, so this is going like, how is this? What is this? This is weird. What am I building here? Okay, so that's going to go into here. And then this goes where? Okay, this is strange. It's stupid expensive. Yes. I did used to have to, one of my jobs is I would have to drive. I know it sounds weird, but one of the parts of my job I had to do is I'd have to drive, I think it was a 1954 Corvette, whatever the first year was of Corvettes. I used to have to drive it because no one else in the house would. And I had to, you always want to drive a car. You never just leave it alone, because the worst thing to do for a car is just to leave it. Even if it's a vintage car, you always want to be able to, you have to start it up. You gotta let it breathe. You gotta let it, be alive for a bit. So I would have to drive it around once a week. So it wouldn't, I don't know, die a slow death. So I would have to drive a 1954 Corvette, which was like the first year a Corvette ever came out. So that was fun. Um, but I think that was like one of the coolest cars I was ever in. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Oh my gosh! Well, you know what? I'm gonna stop here. Uh, I'm on page 76, step 99. I just saw the time, so I am going to wrap this up. Thank you everybody for joining me once again for a Lego Brick in the Wall. Come back on Friday for Just Draw the Damn Thing. Fun drawing game show, the only live drawing game show in Los Angeles on Twitch, 7:15 on Friday. So come do that. And then back on Monday for the Recovering Collector, and Wednesdays, a Lego Brick in the Wall, and I'll keep working on this Mustang. If you are not watching these things live, or if you are watching these things live, please follow New Toy Robot on Twitch. But if you're not following these things live, head over to YouTube and follow New Toy. Subscribe, click like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff on YouTube. Whew, I said that all in one breath. My name is Michael Jason Francis. Thank you so much, and I will see everybody next time.